Well, good morning, everyone. So my name is Angela Orbaugh. My pronouns are she and her, and I am pleased to be leading worship this morning with Reverend Tim Timerson and music director Scott DeVoe. Whoever you are and wherever you have come from, the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Charlottesville welcomes you. We are delighted that you have joined us this morning and are grateful for all who have made this moment of our gathering possible. I now invite you to take a moment to greet others. Those online may unmute, and those here in the sanctuary or the social hall are welcome to greet your neighbors, especially those that you may not know. We offer a special welcome to newcomers and invite you to join us after the service in the social hall and to use one of our red coffee mugs. Those are for newcomers to our congregation. So UU Seville members and friends, you are reminded to offer anyone with a red mug a warm welcome to our congregation. There's also a live stream of the service in the social hall. All are welcome here in the sanctuary, but for those who may need a roomier space, the social hall is a good option as well. Those joining us on Zoom, you are welcome to stay online for conversation following the service. Many thanks to all of the people who make Sunday morning services possible. Our greeters and ushers, our hospitality team, our altar decorating team, and our wonderful religious education leaders and volunteers. Special thanks. And I'm going to want another applause here too, because special thanks to our AV Tech Nash Ford, who helps when we have all kinds of funny little things crop up on Sundays. So thank you so much, Nash. And now we have greetings from board member Bev Ryan.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Bev Ryan. My pronouns are she and her, and I am here representing to the board. I just wanted to share one thing with you. I am in my 4th year on the board as vice president, so this is my last year. And it has been a wonderful experience. I love fall. There's something about it. There's a relief from this overwhelming heat that we've had. I can open the window at night. The mornings are nice and cool, and then there's always the fall foliage to look forward to. It also brings the start of the church year with new committee members, new members on the Board of Trustees. So our board will be having a retreat, our annual retreat at the start of each church year, and it's coming up on this next Saturday. It's a chance to learn more about our new board members and review where we are regarding our long-range plan. We will review and prioritize our action items and steps in the plan, which may change given the state of the world and its impact on our church. Our next board meeting is September 23rd at 6:30. We welcome anyone who's interested to join the Zoom meeting, and you can find it online.
Thank you so much, Bev. Here are this morning's announcements. Please join us after the service for the annual UU Seville Service Fair. Leaders from many of our ministries and programs will be present to share information and help you to connect to all that we do at the UU Congregation of Charlottesville. Impact, Charlottesville's Interfaith Justice Ministry, will begin its annual cycle of house meetings today at 12:15 in Lower Hall 2. All are welcome. If you cannot attend today, please email impact@uucharlottesville.org to learn about other dates and times for house meetings. Are you new to the UU Congregation of Charlottesville or to Unitarian Universalism in general? Join Reverend Tim and several lay leaders next Sunday at 12:30 after the service for our monthly newcomer circle. The circle lasts for 30 minutes and there's no pre-registration needed. The UU Seville Mosaic Squad will hold another resistance gathering next Sunday at 12:30 here in the sanctuary. So please join us even if you have not attended a previous gathering. Finally, the UU Seville Young Adult Group will have an open house next Sunday at 12:30. A lot of things are going on. Good thing they're all in different spaces. That's in Lower Hall 3. All 20s and 30s are welcome to join us for food and friendship.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you can hear me well. I'm really very, very loud, so I don't think it'll be an issue. Sorry about the tech gremlins we're having today. I'm not sure what that's all about, but we'll figure it out. So our call to worship this morning is adapted from Marnie Harmony. We whose journeys are always beginning gather this day as a community of possibilities, a community that seeks truth and meaning, and chimes the bell unexpectedly. A community that values questions and answers. A community that offers tenderness and compassion to all who journey through our doors. A community that works together for justice and peace for all people and for the planet. Come, let us worship together.
As Kate and Susie Secor come forward to light our flaming chalice, the symbol of our free faith, please join in saying our chalice lighting words. We gather this hour as people of faith, with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest for truth and meaning, in celebration of the life we share together. And then join me in doing the hand motions. Our hand is the matchbook, finger is the match. We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is the church of open minds. This is the church of helping hands. This is the church of loving hearts. Please rise in body or spirit and join in singing hymn number 298, Wake Now My Senses. We will sing verses 1 through 3.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to invite the young and the young at heart to come up and join me here at the front of the sanctuary on our red carpet. You can have a seat.
Come on, guys, the bourbon tin can get on the floor. Everybody.
Come on up and make room for friends to join you here on our carpet. It is so wonderful to see all of you. It is so wonderful to see all of us together here this morning. So today is a special day. Anybody know why it's special? Apollo, It's the first day of RE. That's right. It's the first day. The first day of our religious education classes for our children and youth. And it's a day that I've been looking forward to. And I hope that you all have been looking forward to it as well. And I'm just wondering, and this is a question for everybody in the sanctuary this morning, what are some of the things that you're looking forward to at church this year? Think about that for a minute. What are some of the things that you're looking forward to? Lillian. Yeah, so Lillian's excited for a day when we make our meal packets, our meal packets that we make for people at the hospital who are caring for family members who are ill and might not have enough food to eat. So we're making meal packets today. So that's an exciting thing. Susie, you had your hand up. What are you excited about? You're excited about making the food packets too. Yeah. What about some of you in the pews? Yeah, Anne. Oh, you want to be reminded of the 7 principles. Hey, and how about our 6 values? Yeah, 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 Meg. Making new friends. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's something we all are looking forward to. Yeah, Sharon. Singing with the choir. Yeah, that's a treat. That's for fun for those who are singing, but for those of us who are listening to you sing as well. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm excited about social action and more social action, doing more than we've even been doing already and doing that together. Wonderful. Tim. Tim is excited. Yeah, Tim's very excited that we're going to be getting a new sound system, and that's happening at the end of October. So we'll be muddling through together until then, but I think we're all excited about a new sound system. Well, these are all wonderful ideas. Oh, one more. Beth, what are you excited about? Lock-ins with the youth. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, a lock-in is a sleepover here at church for our youth. And I do have to say that I'm particularly excited because we have 25 high schoolers registered in our senior high youth group. Yeah, yeah. So that's pretty wonderful and exciting. And some of them are here for the first time today, and we are so glad that you are here. So one of the things that we like to do at the beginning of the church school year is have a little something, a little bling that you might have to take with you when you're not at church to remind you about your church family. Something that you might put on your backpack or on your lunchbox, or if you're a grown-up on your computer bag, or if you have it a briefcase, but something that you use every day that is part of your life, but also something that, you might not be thinking about church and this church community that cares for you. But when you see this little bling, you go, oh yeah, the people at church, those are my people. So this year we have these fabulous things that could be keychains, but they have a ring so that you can attach them to your backpack or whatever you want to attach them to. And they say, UU Congregation of Charlottesville, and then there is a heart. And why would a heart be important to us? Niels. That's right, to represent the love we give to everyone. And when we talk about our UU values, where's love? In the center. That's right. And so it says love in action. So all of the children who are here this morning get to take one of these. And then you grown-ups, we wouldn't want to leave you out. When you come up this morning to do your joy or sorrow stone, you're invited to take one too. Or if a keychain isn't your jam, then we have these beautiful cards that were made by members of the Dream Quest Planning Circle. And you can take a card if you would like. That this one happens to say, find your flow. But they've got inspiring quotes on them that you could put on your refrigerator or your desk or somewhere just to help you remember to take a breath and to feel your connection to all of us. So We're going to hand these out in a minute when we sing our children to RE. But first, we're very excited that our music director, Scott DeVoe, over the summer learned a new song that he wants to teach all of us. And he's hoping that it's a song that we will actually sing.
Check, check, check.
There we go. A song that we'll sing every week together. So take it away, Scott. Teach us our new song.
Whoever you are, whomever you love, and wherever you are on your life's journey. So let's do that much again from the beginning. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey. And then you finally finish with, you are welcome here. Do it again. Whomever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. One more time. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. One more time. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. Then we can also go, you are welcome here. You are welcome here.
That sounded really nice. So now we're going to sing our young people to their children's worship program, and then parents, you will pick them up in Lower Hall 2 at 12:15.
As we leave this friendly place, love give light to every face. May the kindness that we know guide our hearts till we return.
So we're going to take a minute now to, for those of you who may have heard the announcements earlier, that the wonderful organization Impact, which this congregation helped found here in Charlottesville quite a few years ago, is launching their new year. And they always launch those years with house meetings. And here in our congregation, we have a number of leaders, team leaders, group leaders, who are organizing our members to participate in Impact's very, very important events throughout the year, including and especially the Nehemiah Action, which always takes place in the spring. So I'd like to now invite our four team leaders, Susan Carlson, Kelsey Calger, Meg Dunham, and Rosemary Rem, to come forward. And if you guys could come up on the chancel, that would be great. I was planning to stand down there with you, but you know, we're improvising a little bit, so. Oh, okay. Well, Susan, Meg, Rosemary, and Kelsey, wherever you are, we are so grateful for your passion for social justice and your commitment to Impact and to UU Seaville. As you do the vital work of connecting our congregation to Impact's life-saving and life-enriching justice work, may you be guided by wisdom and creativity, by courage and commitment, by love and compassion. And to the congregation, your charge is to answer when Susan, Kelsey, Meg, and Rosemary call on you. Listen to the stories they share about impact and the work that it's doing. And of course, please show up to join with them in the important, important work of justice. Thank you all so very much and have a wonderful, successful year. Kelsey. No, it's all good. This is Kelsey. It's okay. You've been commissioned. So thank you all very much. You can take your seats. Hey guys.
We are an interconnected community that cares for one another. Part of how we embody this care is by making time each week to share the joys and sorrows we hold in our hearts. I will now share what was submitted earlier this week. In honor of all of our joys and sorrows, both spoken and unspoken, you are invited to come forward and place a glass stone in a communal bowl of water. Everyone is welcome to participate. Those online, you are invited to share your joys and sorrows in the chat window. Now, please take a stone or stones from one of the baskets. There's one in the back and there's one in the front. And come down this center aisle or the side aisles and make your way to the bowl of water in front of the chancel. You're also welcome, as a reminder, to take one of the colorful UU Seville keychains from the baskets next to the bowl of water. Now, Rosalie Samari from the pastoral care team will come forward to help hold the space. Rosalie will also be available for a few minutes after the service in the back corner of the sanctuary if you are in need of support or just want someone to listen. Those online, you may contact pastoral care team at pastoral@uucharlottesville.org. Let us begin. One of the ways that we show our care for one another is by sharing our financial gifts with our larger community and our congregation. Our social action collection for the month of September is for Pacham, which provides emergency shelter and services in partnership with faith organizations like UUCville and the community to alleviate the challenges facing those who are unhoused. Nash, will you show the slide for social action? Thank you. In addition to giving online, if you would like to make a donation to Pacham with check or cash, please use the social action collection envelopes here in the sanctuary. Please make the checks out to the UU Congregation of Charlottesville and write Social Action Collection or Pacham in the memo line. We also invite you to support the ministries and mission of UUCville by using Venmo, the text address, or by visiting the church website. You may also place cash or checks in the collection plates as they are passed. Your financial pledges and gifts to the UUCville community enable our congregation to put love into action. Please join in saying our unison offering words. We accept your gifts with gratitude. May we use them wisely for the highest good.
So I want to share, I imagine some of you probably are aware that we're going to be talking some about John Lennon's Imagine. And we're actually going to hear it once and then sing it at the end of the service. What I want to play for you now is a video I found on YouTube. It's called Songs Around the World. And this is a group of people from all over the world singing John Lennon's Imagine, and then John finishes it up at the end. So if you want to sing along, you can. There won't be any lyrics on the screen, but we will be singing it together. Scott will be playing as our closing hymn or closing song. So Nash, go ahead and...
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today.
Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You might say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world.
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
I don't know. I just really like that, both the song, of course, the lyrics, but also the images. Feels like it was very much in the spirit of John Lennon's vision and his dream. More about Imagine in a few minutes. Well, let me begin by saying that it is really, really good to be with you all today after what has been a pretty scary and hurtful week. I myself am, and I'm sure most, if not everybody in this room, is adamantly opposed to everything that the late Charlie Kirk believed and articulated. But his death and yet another school shooting this week really shook me. I grieve for Charlie Kirk's family and for the families of all whose lives are tragically cut short by the epidemic of gun violence. I can only hope that these events will lead to some kind of effort to reduce the prevalence of guns in our society, although I'm sorry to say I can't even count the times I've stood in a pulpit and said those exact words, and nothing seems to change. The more I watched and listened to the news this week, I confessed I was filled with very conflicted and mixed emotions. The gun violence that took Charlie Kirk's life and that takes the lives of so many in our country is horrific. And yet it has rarely been denounced by those who reject common sense gun control measures, including Charlie Kirk himself. I'm sorry to say that my mind went to some pretty unpleasant places when I thought of his views, which, quite frankly, have included the hateful and toxic language that has unfortunately come to characterize so much of our public debate and discourse. But I have to say that as I began to feel my heart and my spirit being dragged down by hate and fear and anger, I was thankfully called back to my better self by this faith tradition, Unitarian Universalism. In moments like these, I find myself returning to familiar words and values from our tradition, reminding me that no matter how much harm someone like a Charlie Kirk has done, he was a precious child of God who possessed inherent worth and dignity. No one deserves to have their life cut short or to be tragically taken from their family. I pray that the Kirk family can find a way to healing and that their pain will not lead them down paths of revenge or hate. At the same time, Unitarian Universalism reminds me that I have a responsibility to do what I can to oppose all that Charlie Kirk stood for and to help move the world away from violence and hatred, away from racism, misogyny, and transphobia, and all forms of discrimination and injustice. And although that task can, at times, be kind of scary and carry with it risks, thanks to Unitarian Universalism, I know that I am not alone, that I am part of a community and a religious tradition centered in love and dedicated to putting that love into action. Unitarian Universalism gives me the hope and the resilience I need to keep going and to keep working for a better world. And it is our congregation's mission, which is on those little keychains, to put love into action that makes me so filled with anticipation and excitement for today's service fair. As you heard earlier, the service fair is a wonderful opportunity to connect with the many ministries and programs that are the heartbeat, the essence of the UU congregation of Charlottesville. Take a look at this list of all that we do together here in this congregation. And by the way, there's a few things I've mistakenly left off, so there's more to it than even that. The bottom line here is that we are a community that is reaching out, that is offering spiritual nourishment, celebrating diverse beliefs and paths, welcoming new members and friends, providing a listening ear when someone is struggling, and partnering with organizations dedicated to racial and reproductive justice, to immigrant and refugee rights, to equity in education and healthcare, to ending the climate crisis, to creating more affordable housing and reducing homelessness, to reforming the criminal justice system, and so much more. I myself could not be prouder of all of our ministries and programs, and I really hope you will come to that service fair, learn more about all that UUCville has to offer, and find ways to connect, to build community, and to put love into action. And you know, I think what makes all the many wonderful things we do together so powerful is the deep place within each and every one of us that those ministries and programs come from. I believe that there is a yearning, a passion, a calling, if you will, that is deep within ourselves, within this congregation, and yes, throughout the world. A calling that is imploring us to love one another, to lead lives of meaning and purpose, and to be part of something greater than ourselves. And once we discover and begin to act on our calling, both as individuals and as communities like this one, something amazing begins to happen. We begin to experience a rising tide of joy, a joy that emerges from being who we are and leading lives of meaning and purpose, a joy that spiritual writer Frederick Buechner calls deep gladness. And when we live our calling and experience deep gladness, our yearning for unity and wholeness becomes a creative force for unity and wholeness in the world. Our vocation, our ministry, our yearning connects to a deep need and yearning in the world. That's why I'm especially drawn to the rest of Frederick Buechner's wonderful definition of vocation, or I would say ministry, which he defines as that place where our deep gladness meets the world's deep need. That place where our deep gladness meets the world's deep need. I want to spend the rest of my time this morning talking about our calling in Unitarian Universalism and here at UUCville. What is the deep need that we are being called as Unitarian Universalists to meet in this time and place? And in answering that question, that of course leads me to John Lennon's extraordinary vision of love and peace and unity in his song, Imagine. Now, Lennon first recorded Imagine way back in 1971, and the song soon soared to the top of the charts and became one of the best-selling singles of all time. Imagine has consistently been named one of the most important, influential, and popular songs of the last 50 years, and its popularity seems to simply grow and grow as new generations discover it. Now, for a song that resonates with so many, Imagine has had its share of critics. I took a look at a few accounts of John Lennon's life and work and learned that when the song first appeared and in some of the years since then, Imagine has consistently drawn criticism for, check out this list, too sentimental, too simplistic, wait a minute, it gets worse, too simplistic, too communistic, too atheistic, too anti-religious, and get this one, too totalitarian. Now, one biographer of John Lennon even dismissed the song for advocating a world of sameness and uniformity in which all of humanity's uniqueness and differences are eliminated so that everyone lives and thinks and feels exactly the same way. Well, I won't tell you the word that's coming to mind when I think of those interpretations, but let me just say, such criticisms, in my view, are way off the mark, and I hear nothing resembling tyranny or totalitarianism in Imagine. What I hear instead is a marvelous dream of unity, not uniformity, difference without divisiveness, peace rather than war, and loving one's neighbors rather than fearing or judging them. And as John Lennon says, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I think the continued popularity of Imagine suggests that its call for universal unity and togetherness speaks to something deep and abiding in the human heart, something that yearns for a world that is healed and whole, a world of dignity and respect for all, a world in which humankind, for all of its variety and pluralism and differences, truly lives as one. Let me just take a quick moment to say a word about John Lennon and religion. I know it may sound strange to celebrate and draw inspiration in a religious community from a song that dreams of a world in which there is no religion. I mean, is John Lennon trying to put us out of business? I think the answer is most assuredly not. Because what I believe he is calling for is an end to all the negative and hurtful things religion has done in the world. I think, and I'm speaking for John Lennon here, that he would argue that religion ought to be about love and inclusion rather than judgment and exclusion. I believe what John Lennon is advocating and imagine is the transformation of religion, not its demise. And as I reflect on the vision and the beauty of this song, I am convinced that what this broken and hurting world needs from Unitarian Universalism is exactly what John Lennon pleaded for so many years ago. We are being called to build a world in which the dignity and worth of every person, no exceptions, is respected and recognized. We are being called to build a world in which our differences are seen as reasons to celebrate, learn from, and love our neighbors, rather than a reason to fear or harm them. And I am convinced that we're being called to build a world in which religion can truly be about love and compassion, not judgment or exclusion. That, friends, is our calling. That's what the service fair is ultimately about. That's what I believe the world deeply and urgently needs from us. So let me just wrap up by saying, I hope that you will make this journey with us. Come to the social hall after the service. Check out, learn about all the ways we are seeking to make a difference by putting love into action. Find something that speaks to you, that calls to you, and that will help you connect to all that we do together here at the UU Congregation of Charlottesville. To paraphrase John Lennon, I hope this day you will join us so that someday the world will live as one. Amen, and blessed be.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one.
Oh, thank you. So, Angela, would you please extinguish our chalice? And I want to offer some closing words that I've adapted from a colleague, former close colleague, Reverend Mark Bellatini. He says, "Go in peace, live simply, gently, and at home in yourselves. Act justly, speak justly. Remember the depth of your own compassion. Crave peace for all people in the world, beginning with yourselves. And go as you go with the dream of John Lennon's dream of peace and unity alive in your heart. Blessed be, and go in peace."